Today at Level Up, I'm gonna show you how our G-Phone 3 works on Stadia, but with the Kunai controllers. More videos like this? Just click right after the jump. On my video of the Kunai controllers for our G-Phone 3, a lot of people ask me how would that work with Stadia. Well, I'm here to show you today. Let's do it. Okay guys, so now we're gonna have a game session, but I'm gonna show you not only what I'm doing right here, but also you will be able to see some stuff. Number one, you can see that I'm wearing headphones, these beautiful Delta ROG phones here. And you have my device here in my hand, right? So you can see what I'm doing. And also you have right over there, right over there, the feedback from the screen itself. So if I move something here, you can see right away what I'm doing, okay? And I'm using the Kunai 3 controllers for ROG Phone 3 and collecting the image from the broadcasting we have right over there. Okay, let me put a little bit of the sound so you can have a little bit of the game sound when I start. I'm gonna do three games for you. The first one is a fighting game, so it's gonna be Samurai Shodown. So let's do it. Right, so Stadia is running here, and you can see the image from my device and the image from the game itself and everything else. And I'm gonna show how the Kunai controllers are working. So in the beginning, I have a lot of questions even myself, if the Kunai controllers would work right away with Stadia. It's recognized by Stadia as a controller, and you don't need to connect to the Stadia controller. So it works right out of the box. So you see, I press any button, I press the button, all those buttons that are compatible with Stadia, and many other buttons here, they also work with Stadia. I'm gonna explain a little bit further. So first, what I want to do is pretty much just get in the game for you guys and show you how this look like on the game. And if the response is good, and if Stadia is working good with controllers on a smartphone and controllers that are really specific for ROG Phone 3, right? So these are the Kunai controllers 3. You can check my video here in the channel later where I show the unbox and everything about the device. Let's jump all this stuff. One thing that I love on Stadia, the loading is quite fast compared to consoles. You know, this is really, really good. And why I want to test right here, review the fighting game, because fighting games, it's about precise buttons, control, and what you can do. Right? Let me cut all this crap. Okay, so here you go. I'm using here you can see I'm using here the directional pad. That's the analog one. This is kick, 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 and many others controllers. So you can see, like, every time I press, it's right away. There's no lag, no delay. You need to be very fast responses. If you have a controller like this and you want to jump in that direction, it should jump in that direction right in the moment. Let me see if the other direction is working. Yes, it's working. You can see it's working pretty fine, right? All buttons are working. Even those buttons here are working for the special combos and these kind of things to enable other stuff. Since this button, there is no usage here, there is no reason why. I think it would be better to play this game with the cross-directional controller, just like I'm doing right now. I think it would be the best option, to be honest. I feel more precise, you know, especially when I want to jump in one direction. I know I'm going that direction, not in between. But the controllers are quite precise to be. Ah, no, I lost. But I can tell you, it's working really good, really good. Even the other buttons are working, which makes me a lot of happy that just work right away, you know. Let's go to another game. So just one thing that I want to show you guys. If you want to leave this screen to go to another game, you just do like this, and then we will ask you to resume game or exit. In my case, exit game. I'm right on the Stadia interface. So it's kind of weird because the controller sometimes works here or not, and I think this is more related to the Stadia interface itself, but you can go up and down. So the next game I'm gonna do, it's car game, because car games you need the analog controllers to be really precise where they are And this is a kind of integration I want to see it working with Stadia and this kind of controller. So the first one I did was a fighting game, 1 versus 1, which is perfect in terms of each button you have and how those things work. Now we're going to play a car game. In a car game, I'm looking for the precise of holding this controller, mainly the analog controller, on the right position so I can do the curves and accelerating using the other accelerating buttons I may have here. So let's see. Just press A, and here we go. It's loading. It's something really cool that you can have controls like this with you all the time to play Stadia on a smartphone, and they work right off the box, and you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to do any kind of special configuration. So I'm using here this button to accelerate. Yes, it's working. So that's the brake on the left. Let's see if the curve can be done. Yes, I can put all the precision I want. Just a little bit. Go for it. You know, even the controller on the right also, I can just accelerate a little if I want, or less. You can see, like I'm doing here. The response is right away. Let me see if I can do a perfect a perfect curve in the next one, because I was trying to check all the other stuff for you guys. But just a little bit, yes, and a little bit, yes. Seems really on the spot. Ah! No, come back. Flashback. Come back to the place I want. I love this game about this. Okay. Resume. Okay, so now we can check the other button. So this button will change your views, right? And you can have like enjoy the view from the inside if you wish, or right in the top. So this is cool because this button is like already configured. I don't need to change anything, and you can see from this one how much of the analog I can adjust. You see, just a little bit if I want, a little bit there, or a little bit here. It's like pretty much pretty smooth, to be honest. I want to go back, I just press there, and I go back to this view, which I think is quite good as well. Let me try to make it. Yes, that's good. That's a good curve. Good. So all the buttons are working somehow, like they have their own functions on the game. I'm a terrible at this game right now because I'm trying to show you everything I can do, but it's pretty much like everything is on spot, everything is working, and you can be precise on your commands. Oh, let's go to another game. And let me show you something different. Okay, so other buttons may work on the game. I'm gonna show this on Doom Eternal, because Doom Eternal is the kind of game is first-person shooting, is different from the other two. So the idea here is to see how using all buttons at the same time to do different things may work, and especially in a fast game like this one. So that's the idea. Another thing that is really interesting on trying this game, I want to show you the other buttons available, what they can do, or what kind of special functions I may have. So they also have the other buttons here, like those two and those two, they have other functionalities for Stadia on the Kunai tree, which is really good. Okay, so let's get in the game. I love the fast loading on Stadia. That's amazing. That's something that I always love. And playing this kind of games, like AAA PC games on smartphones, and using like a controller like this, that's super cool though. Definitely cool. Okay, so you can see like I have the view here, and I can be really smooth if I want, or fast if I want. So depends on how much I use here, right? Up, down, just a little bit up, just a little bit down. It's really precise, and that's super good, you know, especially again for a controller that supposedly is not official controller of Stadia, right? This is like a third party and it's working with the ROG really well. The other thing is, if I try to use here, can I go just a little bit faster? No, like I think this is pretty much like the Doom, and here is like nothing changes. I can use those buttons for whatever I'm looking for. Change for that, just press here. Great. I can select. That's great. Out of ammo. Okay, the other buttons are here. Great. That's good. And jump button. Okay, so let's do it. And here we go. Whoa! That's awesome. Okay. Oh no, I hate that demon. Get out of me, demon. I hate you. No, I'm gone. So I think you guys could see, like, for this kind of game, you can do these things really well. This controller is working really, really well, and this one as well. So you have even acceleration when you need. One thing I want to show you now is the different buttons we may use on the game and what they do exactly on the game. So I have this one here. I can select resume game or exit game. So this one will give you this option, resume game, right? Go back with B. If I want again, press here, resume game, or I just leave the game and go back to Stadia, or I can do like this and do it again and go straight to this image as well. So a little bit different than we are used to. Another one is this one. I just leave the game completely and I go to the main screen of the phone, or if I press Stadia again, I'm going to be back to the game and resume the game. Okay guys, so regarding this button here, if you press this button, it will bring you to this screen. This is the screen where you can turn on and off the mapping buttons. Like I can press like B and I can put the B where I want the B to touch on the screen. But this is not cool in terms of Stadia right now. Since this controller is working so well right away on the Stadia, you don't need to map. So you just, if it like this, it's on and it'll be a mess. So don't turn it on, just turn it off, leave it and play your game. Something similar may happen if you press this button, which is the ROG button. You see, it shows like the option to use the little hand, which is to click on the screen. You come to the Stadia menu, which is cool, but this is a mess because if you leave here, you only have this, and if you press again, you stop controlling and you get a little mad. The problem is when you do that, you turn the key mapping on. So just turn off, and now you can control again. So it's pretty much like this. It's really cool to have all those controllers, you know, and even have the options of selecting what you want and how do you want. But the best, in my opinion, is to leave this to the Stadia just like this. So leave everything to the Stadia standard default controllers, and you can change those controllers configurations on the game itself configuration. So it's really cool. And I die. So that's it. I think you have like 3 very nice examples on how to use your Kunai controllers and how they work on different kind of games. Well, so now you have a very good idea how the ROG Phone 3 with the Kunai controllers work on Stadia, and they work pretty well. Did you level up your understanding about Kunai controllers on ROG Phone 3 and Stadia? I'm sure you did it, so keep tuned for more videos here on the Gamer Changer. See you soon, folks!